to the Sunda and James show.
Wishful thinking. I just don't have those kind of political connections.
Oh, that's right. That's how
I
I
got
got
James and Sunda. Right. Well, if they heard Sunda
Politics.
first, they would think that it's some kind of strange person.
Like the more
American, popular, common name.
Right. I think that's
What is
it
your Hebrew name?
Yaakov.
Yaakov.
And Yaakov and Shana show.
Yaakov and Shana. There you go. Yaakov and Shana. That's what we should be.
We have an incredible show today.
I'm so excited.
From Borat Davitian. Just got to say Borat and she cracks up. You know, she's seen the movie 3 times.
No, here's the funny
And owns
part.
the DVD.
Don't tell anybody that. Listen, here's what's going on.
I'm sorry.
I didn't want to go, okay? I hate going to the movies, and I hate going with him, first of all, because he wants to get to the movie theater 20 minutes earlier.
That's not true.
It's so true.
Now listen, don't care
the
about
trailer,
getting there early.
The trailer, I mean, all the commercials, that's 35 minutes right there, okay? That's time for a manicure, pedicure. That's all I'm saying.
You're misrepresenting.
No, I'm not, dude.
I don't mind getting there on time because I don't mind sitting in the front, so I don't care where I sit. So
James, and then you know what he does to me? He thinks that let me tell you, he acts slow, thinks fast. You ready? He hands me these 2 things of popcorn when I'm pregnant, all right? I'm like 9 months pregnant, and I don't know I see him coming towards me, and these jumbo sodas and these jumbo popcorns.
I have all that in my
hand.
hand.
He has it in his hands. You know
stuff.
He can't lift a ruler.
I'm hernia-prone. I'm hernia-prone.
The next thing you know, he hands it to me, and I'm looking at him, and he just drops it on the floor. That's
so not what happened.
Okay, his version.
I'm carrying 2 giant things of popcorns and sodas and Raisinets and Twizzlers because she's hungry. Actually, I had 3 bags of popcorns. 1 was for me. And so I go to give them to her. And she goes to take them, but doesn't take them. And then they fall all over the floor. So now there's a mountain of popcorn on the floor in the aisle of the movie theater where we're sitting in, and we're like, we got to get out of this aisle.
But
we have to get out of this aisle.
But we can't because it's so messy. You could slip, fall.
So many people, the sodas everywhere.
Soda everywhere, popcorn. All our money's gone.
So our
money's gone.
We've got to make it from in here all the way out of the aisle, walking across the field.
People looking at us.
And you hear us going, and we get the hell out of the aisle.
And people wanted to sit next to, nobody sat next to us first. Nobody. We had the row. And it was just so bizarre because the movie was celebrity, okay? And I was preparing to go to a reunion, and I said to a friend of mine who was running the reunion, I said to her when I got to the reunion, why are you giving us name tags? We're gonna know who each other is. It's a private school we graduated from. And I'm so glad she gave us name tags. I didn't recognize anybody. And it was just like from that movie Celebrity.
I just remember that we laughed once we dropped the popcorn. We laughed for like 5 minutes. And
Straight. He didn't hand it to me. I was sitting like this.
And then I just remember that.
I never had my hands over. If you're going to take something from someone, you go like this, right?
I'm was sitting, pitch black.
And I'm looking at him saying, what is he doing, right? He's going like this, and he just drops it. Like, we got this kind of money. It's like $120 in food, right? And I'm pregnant. I'm eating. Let me tell you, I was snacking back then.
I know. What is your excuse now?
Very
hey,
whoa,
comedy.
Wow,
that's comedy. That's a little lesson in comedy. That was
so he doesn't like going out anyway with me anywhere because he says I don't know when it's time to leave.
No, but the problem with that movie was we dropped everything, we started laughing, and then we continued to laugh for the next hour and a half, and the movie really wasn't all that funny, and nobody else was laughing, and we keep laughing, and you imagine you're laughing in a movie theater, laughing in what's supposed to be a comedy, and people are going, shh, shh. How do they know it wasn't the movie?
And then the part when he goes to see this girl that he wants to, he was hot for her in high school, and he sees her, and he's like, oh my God, and I just couldn't believe that I had a reunion, and I think it was our 10th year reunion.
I kind of wish you didn't tell them which movie it was, because we should pretend like these stories are a little more recent.
Well, I mean, look, the bottom line is James hates to go with me anywhere. And that's just one thing that we all think about now whenever we go to the movies, is that he says to me in the movie theater, do you have it? Do you have it? I mean, if my hand's like this, I have it. If I'm sitting here like this, obviously I don't have it. And he's just throwing money down. Throwing it.
I'm throwing money down.
And it's making so much noise. That part was the funny part. Then he complains. We're at whenever we're at the Laugh Factory, people want to take pictures. They want to have an autograph. He says, I gotta go.
No, I'm okay with you talking to the people at the Laugh Factory. That doesn't bother me. But when we go to the deli, all right, and we're at a deli,
What am I gonna do?
we're there just for breakfast, and it's 9 a.m., and then finally we're there for lunch too because you're talking to everybody. I mean, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy.
I don't
Sunda.
want to be rude.
Everyone's talking to you, not the waiters and the people who work there, and then the just people. You start talking, you go, oh my God, I love that jacket. 45 minutes later, we're still talking about the jacket.
But you know what it is, James? You just don't know how to communicate with people. That's all. You have to be nice to people. You have to
I
be
know
nicer.
I know how to communicate with people, right? You don't know how to get out of a conversation. You don't know how to wrap it up.
Well, you know what he does? He walks out.
I leave. Yeah.
He walks out. Do you know what he did to me?
Who's got that kind of time?
No, let me tell you what he did to me.
And then you talk about how you don't have any time. This is why you don't have any time.
Let me tell you what he did to me. This is terrible. It's horrifying. Have we already talked about what you done to me?
What?
Okay. He says to me at the Laugh Factory, he picks me up on the, he picks me up.
Oh, no.
I'm going to tell the story. I'm telling it.
Tell it right then. Tell it accurately.
Right.
Tell it
right.
right.
I was taking pictures, doing autographs, doing my thing. He calls, he goes, meet me on the corner. And I said to myself, why suddenly a corner?
Okay, no. See,
So I
already
start
you're not telling it
walking.
right. No, wait, I got to add something. I've been picking her up at every Saturday night we do a show at the Laugh Factory. After the show, she meets me on the corner, the same corner for 10 years. I drive down, she gets in the car. This has happened. You need to add that.
Okay, but you never said to me ever, meet me on the corner. So this one time, he goes, meet me on the corner, so I start walking up the street.
To a different corner.
Right.
Far away corner. A corner where she's never gone before.
Never gone
I've never
before.
picked her up at this corner.
He's never picked me up.
There's no reason for her to ever go to this
and
corner.
there's no reason for him to say, go to the corner, because
fact,
he's never said the corner before.
If she thought I meant that other corner, she should have said to me, why would you want me to go to that corner?
Why would you say the corner? Just say I'm going to pick you up. So instead,
Not the point.
It's not the point. Instead, he picks me up. Now, we're going to have to bleep this. I'm going to have to bleep this. I'm telling the producer and director right now. So I'm waving goodbye to people nicely, and he's the nicest guy. The people love him. He seems very nice. People have no idea. He has no compassion, and he's not nice. So they think he's nice. So he picks me up. The window's down. He goes, get in the car. Like he's right out of Brooklyn.
I roll down my window because I see her walking to the other corner, and I go, Sunda, Sunda.
Get in the car. And then he goes,
What happened was when she got in the car, I was so angry because I'm a terrible driver. And I had to drive around the block Saturday night sunset, and it's packed and it's scary and there's a valet, and I drove around the block 3 or 4 times. I'm driving around the block, so I was so angry when she got in the car. I said, where were you going,
you dumb.
you dumb That's what I said. You dumb And then I got even more angry. Because I hadn't rolled up the window yet.
The window was down.
So everyone on the
Everybody heard him.
looked into the car, and
then he says, why wouldn't you roll up the window? Why was it down?
so angry. It was her fault.
And they were shocked. The nice guy, the nice Jewish boys calling me names.
I feel terrible, actually, that the window was down. You know, I wish the window had been up because
And
it
you
was
called
so
me-
embarrassing.
you should feel
All these
terrible
people just
calling-
saw us on stage. They saw me on stage, they saw her, and there's the Verizon guy calling Queen Latifah a dumb and it's just so terrible.
It was terrible. It was a terrible night. It was a terrible night.
Terrible night.
And
yeah.
then my husband chimes in and says, what was the problem? She wouldn't stop talking, right?
That's so true, because the first few times I drove around the block, she's talking to people.
Talking to people, he
talking
says.
to people.
Because talking might make you something one day.
This is mouths talking. This isn't money. This is mouths talking.
Does my husband pay you off to spy on me? I want to know. No, I really do want to know this
No.
because he knows things that he'll say, yeah, well, you were spending too much time with that guy with the red hat after the show. How would he know that?
I have no idea.
I don't believe you.
I have no idea. All right, we got to get to the show, though.
It's time.
You genius.
Thank you.
You genius.
You genius. You genius.
Well, I want to apologize to Sunda for that night. It was
Thank
terrible.
you.
I
Because it was terrible. It was
completely
horrible.
wrong
And people were
dumb.
shocked
Yeah.
that I didn't,
But why did you go to that corner? It makes no sense.
Why would you say
to
meet
go
me
to that
on the corner? We're going to wrap this
Irrelevant.
up.
All right, we've got a great show. We've got Ken Davitian here from Borat. That's how he wants his name said, right? Daviti, say it right. Do your best Armenian.
I don't have the sideburns for it.
Actually, you do. No, I'm kidding. It's comedy. It's another comedy. There's a lesson in comedy there. All right, so we got him.
Yes.
And last year we had Kim on the show. She's a convert. She's trying to convert to Judaism. She's having a really tough time. She's going to be joining us as well. I'm going to try to help her out. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Check out more content online at our webpage, jamesandsunda.com.
You know, every week, Sunda and I, we start the show with our new sponsor. We introduce a new sponsor to everybody. We're always feel very blessed to have all those sponsors.
Very blessed.
But this week, we have decided to be sponsors. We are sponsoring children. There's a wonderful Jewish charity organization called Save a Jewish Child, and you can go to their website, saveajewishchild.org. And basically, for just the price of a Louis Vuitton handbag, for just $500 a day, you can help a Jewish child growing up in the developing parts of Beverly Hills. Okay? These children need your help. These children need everyone's help. And I've been sponsoring a child now for a little while, as has Sunda, and it's amazing. You really feel like you're in their life. You feel like a parental figure.
I feel like I'm really a parental figure.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
These poor Jewish children, these underprivileged Jewish children in Beverly Hills, they write you letters. I have just received a letter from my child that I've been sponsoring. I'll tell you what he says. It's really heartwarming. Dear James, thank you so much for the PlayStation 3 and the flip camera. However, 3 days have passed since and I haven't received anything else. I'm just wondering when I should be expecting my other 6 Hanukkah gifts. I could really use a wee fit. Those white truffles you sent me are starting to show. If you've changed your mind about sponsoring me and do not love me anymore, I understand. I can prepare myself for another disappointing Hanukkah. I've been crying myself to sleep every day when nothing comes in the mail. Please don't abandon me. I really need Laker tickets and a hot air balloon ride. And please send me another gift certificate to the Palm. I'm starving. Love, Mendy, dictator but not read.
That's just so moving.
I'm there for you, Mendy. I'm going to get you those Laker tickets. Don't worry. I'm not abandoning you, Mendy. I am going to help you. That's right, Mendy.
I'm getting ready to cry.
I feel bad, you know. I thought when I sent him the PlayStation and the 6 games,
You really are going to
those
cry.
6 games were part of the Hanukkah gifts. I didn't realize you don't count the games and the PlayStation.
Well,
as
you
one
know, James,
gift.
these children, they are underprivileged and they just have to do better. I mean, look, even I got a letter and I was excited about it. I was excited because I sponsored a female. I sponsored a female.
9-year-old girl.
Yeah, yeah. Dear Sunda, I received the food you sent, and while I do appreciate it, the caviar was just a little too salty. If you don't mind, please send me another few ounces, but more of a premium blend. I also got the iPhone 4 you sent, but this must be a mistake because I asked for the iPhone 4S. Why not just send me a rotary phone? Everybody keeps making fun of me, saying my sponsor clearly doesn't love me because she sends me outmoded cell phones and horrible food. I feel awful.
How could you do this?
It was a mistake.
This is terrible.
Thank you for the Prada boots, a size too small, so I gave them to a friend, but she loves them. I hope you don't mind, and please send me another gift certificate to the Palm. I'm starving. Love, Hannah. Dictated, but not read.
Wow.
Now, you know, I want to
poor
tell you
kid.
something. I feel terrible that I sent those shoes a size too small.
That's
That
just
was my
terrible.
mistake. That was really my mistake. And so the next time around, I'm going to make sure that we do it the right way.
These kids need your help, ladies and gentlemen, all right? They need you to help pay for their sailing lessons, their tennis lessons, summer camp.
What else?
I'm getting my kid, Mendy, his own private kosher chef. As you
that
can
would be
see,
good. That would be
look
great.
at this poor kid. He's got his chef right here, but he's obviously not happy. I bet the food's not kosher.
No, I bet the food's not hot.
These children need your help, and we hope that you will help them. So please, save a Jewish child. And you know, Sunda, I'm amazed you actually have the time to save a Jewish child, to sponsor a kid, right? Letters
You
back
were
and
so
forth.
sad when you were
Because you're-
reading this, by the way.
I feel terrible for Mendy. This poor kid. I've ruined his
Mendy,
Hanukkah.
Hannah, you ruined it. You ruined it. You
Yeah.
should feel bad. You should make an apology, like right on the air, right now.
He's crying himself
Tell
to
him.
sleep every
Tell
night
him,
because I
right.
didn't get him a wee fit.
And you should have gotten him one of those anti-moldy pillow covers too, that they don't
The
have
dust mite
the
thing.
allergen
Is that
dust
what you
mite.
mean?
Yeah, that would be good. Because you know, Jewish kids have a lot of allergies.
A lot of allergies.
You have a lot of allergies.
I have a lot of allergies. I have a dust mite allergy. Mendy might have. I mean, we're not related, but still it happens.
But you don't
you
know.
I mean?
You don't know.
right? We
You'll
could
never
be
know.
related.
We could be
True.
related. Because I like Prada boots, and hey, I could be related to Hannah.
But those are dangerous areas, those developing parts of Beverly Hills. You know?
Sure,
These
I
kids
mean,
have a tough life.
you could slip on marble and break a leg, and I know the pain.
This is true. You've broken your leg.
I have. There's children in Beverly Hills right now who are living in homes that don't have elevators in them, and they have to climb the stairs.
Yeah, these are kids having to
unacceptable.
walk stairs. For $500 a day, we can get them an elevator.
And make their lives just so much easier.
we're going to take a break because she needs a break. She is very upset right now. She's not well. We're going to calm her down on the break. When we come back, we're going to have from Borat, Ken Davitian is going to be joining us. Davitian. Very great actor and also owner of the Infield.
Yeah.
You need some hot dogs there. You like hot dogs?
Well, do you?
Can you say hot dogs for everybody before we go to break?
No, I won't.
Come on.
I won't. For
Say
some
hot
reason,
dog.
the word hot dog is exciting him, so I don't know why.
Hot dogs.
Stay tuned and come back.
We'll be right back. All right, joining us now on the program, we have star of the movie Borat, the artist, and Get Smart actor-producer Ken Davitian.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
We're so happy to have
Now
you.
you can
Thank
tell
you.
him. She's
Now
been
you can
waiting
tell
to
me.
tell you.
I've been, okay. So this is what happened. He wants me to see this movie, and it looks
This movie?
Borat, okay? And I don't want to
Who,
go.
him?
Him. Because I don't go to the movies often because things happen. But that's not the point. The
But
point
you
is,
didn't want to go because it was him.
no, because I didn't want to see it. It didn't look. Everybody was talking about it, and I didn't want to see it. I'm not trendy.
She's
it's not for me.
iconoclastic.
It's not for me. I don't know where it hit me, but they couldn't shut me up in this theater when I started laughing. Right?
Have they shut you up in this one?
They tried.
I don't think
She's
so.
saying
They
like
tried.
it's a
but
miracle.
you don't know what happened. So another night, what were we depressed about? Something.
Everything.
Right. So
Well, he looks depressed.
yeah, he is depressed.
He looks,
He is.
everything's
He
bad,
knows
things
that.
aren't going well, I don't know,
Right.
I only have 4 jobs.
You're
That's
not
it.
wrong.
That's
You're
it.
not wrong.
That's it. And he has to do a dissertation. Okay, so then we go to the movie again. Now I start to laugh before the funny part comes on, which is really disruptive to other people. You can't
would think
imagine,
so.
right?
She's
It's
laughing
doing.
before it
I'm
happens.
laughing before it happens.
Before the punch.
Well, let me tell you, on the 3rd trip to the movies, like why don't you just wait for it to come out on DVD,
She saw
right?
3 times.
I would think so.
I went
I'd make
3
money
times.
then.
I go 3 times to see this movie, and I've never done that
She saw
ever.
the movie 3
Why
times.
didn't you just call?
I don't know. I don't
would have
know.
taken my clothes off.
I
for you. You didn't have to go
laughed so
3
hard.
times.
I laughed. So it takes so much to make me laugh, and I didn't laugh in the beginning.
There it is, Ken.
But remember,
Don't worry. At some point, we're going to interview you. Don't worry.
How do you do this?
Honestly, it takes a little piece of me every single day. You know what I'm
right?
saying?
We know. Let's talk about you.
No,
since-
so you've worked with Jews. That's what we wanted to talk about.
Yes, I've worked
Right.
with a Jew.
A Jew.
I've worked with a lot of Jews.
But you've sat naked on the face of a Jew.
Yes, yes, I have.
Now, that is amazing.
It is.
What was
It
that like?
Well, I can tell you he had a good moil.
A good moil.
Everything was even, cut perfectly. It was a good job.
Is that what you
Oh
were
my
thinking?
God! Don't start me, please.
That was
please.
the first thing that came to my mind.
Please.
And you know the first thing that came to his mind?
What?
You're not circumcised?
He asked you?
Yeah, it's true. You know why I'm not circumcised?
Tell us.
I'm going to tell you. This is a true story.
She's watching the movie right now.
Let her go on. This is a true story. My father was a Russian soldier. He was captured by Germans, put into a concentration camp, and the only reason they didn't kill him is because he didn't speak Russian or he just spoke Armenian. The only reason they didn't kill him was because he was not circumcised. Right. So he would not let my mother have me circumcised.
It would save your life.
Yeah.
You see that?
See that?
Yeah, that's an amazing story. So
And
that-
the first Jew that ever noticed was
Well, have other Jews not noticed?
no, they haven't. No one's ever really looked.
but that just gives you an idea, because like that's how Jewish Sacha Baron Cohen is, because you know that's on his mind when he's down there.
Please, he was in Temple, and all I'm thinking about is like the wrong things. Okay, it was
you're
just
laughing.
bad.
But he sings good. Doesn't he sing good?
Well, yeah, like he has a cantorial
Yeah,
voice.
he
has a
does.
cantorial
He does.
voice. But nothing's funnier than like New York.
What happened?
The New Yorkers
Is it a
reaction.
pill you give her?
No, it's a New York reaction to people. You know, when it's that you're just very convincing. I don't know if you were really speaking a language, if you were speaking Armenian.
I was
or
speaking Armenian. He was speaking Hebrew and a couple other things.
Right.
That's funny.
It was fantastic. You are so convincing. I wish you were my manager. That's all I want to tell you. And, you know, since then, I think of you often on the news. In fact, today, one of the characters on Hollywood Boulevard attacked another character, and that's where he runs into. You believe this?
Yes.
Did you think about that?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I don't know. Didn't come up in my head.
It didn't come up in your head.
But I used to have a store right there at Hollywood and Highland called The Dip.
The Dip.
It was a French dip sandwich place, and
Oh,
so I
let's
know
talk
all
food.
of those
Let's
people.
talk food now.
Wait, about the one last Borat question, because a lot of the movie was improvised and some of it was planned.
No. All the movie was improvised.
So even the Pam Anderson thing was not planned, because we've had.
That's the part that was the funniest.
They did it earlier at the beach, and she was marrying her dog to somebody else's dog, and he came up on a raft, and it just didn't look right.
Okay.
So then they said, okay, what's your schedule? And we found her schedule, and we went to book signings, and one of the book signings that's where we
So she was a little bit aware at that point.
Yes, but she thought we were going up for pickup shots.
Okay, that's great.
You had to keep her unaware of the situation.
That was good.
What's making noise?
The table.
The table. I'm
clinking.
moving the table.
You're
I won't move the
doing
table.
it.
It's Ken.
You're doing
It's
it.
me.
It's
He's a
making
very
noise.
high maintenance guest.
You're high maintenance.
I
Oh my
know. I got
God.
a cup of coffee.
Well, I want to
take a
see
break?
more Ken, that's
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
we're gonna take
Can
a
you
break.
stick around for a few more minutes?
Yeah.
We gotta
All
take
right,
a
good.
break. We'll be right back with Ken Davidian.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at The James and Sunda Show.
Fine. If you want to go to some fancy school, when there's a perfectly good one right here that's free, you pay for it.
But, Dad, how am I supposed to pay for Western by myself?
You should have thought of that before you applied. You're dreaming like your uncle. Okay, if you need money, you need to get a real job.
So this year you have a role in The Artist, critically acclaimed, winning all these awards, and it's a small role, but it's turned into a big deal.
It's turned into a big movie.
A big movie, yeah.
My role, I wish I had something really to do with it, but I was just lucky because the guy liked Borat, and he called me in to do a cameo, and I met with him, and I said, well, you know what, I'd rather do this bigger part. And he says, I'm sorry, this is John Goodman. And I said, oh, John Goodman, okay. And how about that part? I'm sorry, that's James Cromwell. And I says, well, what's your name? He says, my name is Michelle. I says, well, my name's Dolores, and I'm do anything you want. So it was really great, and it wasn't a big deal. It's funny, one movie I ran around naked, and the other movie I didn't say nothing.
I wonder if I could play that role.
Say nothing?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Run around naked? Do you think you guys naked look similarly?
It wouldn't be
No.
anything.
Similarities?
No.
More similarities and more dissimilarities?
Mine are bigger.
You're not the
He's
first
waiting to
person.
say that,
Believe
you know.
I know. Believe me, the director on the show has been trying to convince me to get implants for years, but now I need them for my mouth, so
You
it's
need
different.
a good Jewish doctor.
No, I need a good Jewish dentist. That's what I need.
Okay.
Speaking of which, you think you can outsick us, correct? You have an injury.
Yeah, I have a lot of injuries.
Tell us.
I'm older than you. I have a
Okay.
lot of injuries.
Let's see what you got.
You just know injuries are coming. I've had the injuries.
I've had my share.
Okay? 2 months before we started shooting Borat, I had a hip replacement.
Okay, I had a liver biopsy. What wins? Who wins that?
Wait, that's just a biopsy. I don't understand. You people go to Russian dentists and we all look for Jewish doctors, Jewish
Yeah.
lawyers. I want a Jewish agent. I mean, I went to a production meeting and they wanted to do something together, and we looked around and we said, no, we don't want to work with you guys.
Tell us about your wife. She went to Catholic school.
Yeah, 34 years we've been doing this
That
thing.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
All right. Hey.
She has to do a lot of work to. I mean, it's a lot
She
of.
does.
She
She
does.
does.
She does. What else do you do besides acting?
I have, I'm in restaurants. I have a hot dog stand here in Sherman Oaks called the Infield, and we have kosher dogs.
Really?
Yes.
Do you? Do you
and
have
we have the
normal-
soubrette.
Sabrat, he
Yes.
died. He just passed
we have
away.
the soubrette and we have the coleslaw he has. I mean the
No,
the,
it's sauerkraut.
The sauerkraut.
Right.
And we've got fried Twinkie dogs, and we've got chili dogs. We've got every kind of hot dog.
You have
can
all
think
the
of.
way chili like Jersey.
Yes,
Oh
we
my-
have turkey dogs for women like you who do not eat hot dogs.
That's just my teeth hurt. Trust me, I could eat.
I believe you. That's why I'm sitting this far away.
I don't blame you, but I can't wait to try it. I love hot dogs.
Come on, it's on the corner of Beverly Glen and Ventura Boulevard, right next to Casa
Do you
Cadillac.
deliver?
No, I don't deliver. I barely even go there. They don't like me there. Because when I go there, I complain, this isn't right, that's not right, why haven't you moved this here?
Well, listen, I want to make sure that we have your signature on our wall, and it has been a sincere pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you very much,
you.
Ken. Ken Davidian,
I got
ladies and
some
gentlemen.
sugar.
What do you want me to write? Something awfully,
I just want to get a free hot dog all the way.
Your name.
My name.
Your name.
My name is good.
Go with your name.
There, one
Ken
free hot dog.
Sebastian.
Free hot dog, all right.
You'll have to cut it in pieces.
That's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. About a year ago on the program, we had Kim joining us. She is a woman who has been desperately trying to convert to Judaism, but unfortunately has been unable to get to the point where she can go to the Beit Din, get into the mikveh, because you need a rabbi to sponsor you. And I, of course, have taken a personal interest in your story, so you returned to the program.
You like. You like the story.
I do.
I'm glad, because I talk to all my friends now, my Korean friends. I say to them, only all of us come. We get good husband. We go kosher. Right. You don't have to have everything with pork. You can be kosher. It's something very good.
Right, but I think that's part of the problem with the conversion process, is that you don't want to go out there and say to the people who are making these decisions,
your hands still look good.
Thank you very much. You don't
take
want
care of them?
I do take care of them.
Good.
You don't want to say to these people that you're doing it to get a husband, because I was going to ask you, when did you...
That's not why I do it, to get Jewish husband.
Okay.
It's just that I know Jewish husband is so cold. Are you cold?
No, but Kim, here's the thing. When did you first realize, I'm sorry, Kim, when did you first realize that you were Jewish?
I realized I was Jewish when I finally decided that pastrami tastes so much better than mushu pork.
Ah, so that,
just so much better.
So that was a revelation.
It was a revelation for me.
For you, right.
For me. And then I tried to turn on my other friends and tell them to pastrami, yeah.
Did it work?
It did not work at first. And then I tell them, let's meet this man who owned deli and see how nice he is to us. And then I saw his hand, and it looked like before your hand used to look, remember?
I remember, and then you fixed it.
Right, I fixed it for you.
Do Jews have nice hands?
Jews have nice hands. It's depending on how much kind of work. I'm sorry, I can't just sit here like this.
That's okay, Kim.
Yeah, you look like you need massage. To make you sit up straight, be strong like man.
Well, Kim, so you've spent the last year working on your conversion, studying and getting better at Judaism and learning how to be a Jew.
Yes.
And so I was thinking, in order to get a rabbi to sponsor you and to get you through the conversion process, maybe we could...
a shoe.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about what you've learned, what you know.
You know what I learned?
What have you learned?
I could tell from the stress in your leg that you need to take relaxed time.
I need relax.
You need relaxed time.
Okay.
Okay? Sometimes you have to relax.
I want Kim, we're here to help you. The people at home are watching this and they want to help you. They want to get you Jewish.
I understand.
A lot of people want to get you Jewish.
Okay, tell them 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Okay, so for example, Kim, does this help your cause?
This helped my cause. Let me
How
tell
does
you
this
why.
help your cause? So for example, Kim, let me ask you a question. Do you want to move to Israel one day?
I want to move to Israel. I want to live in Haifa.
You want to live in Haifa?
Yes.
You want to make
I want to make Aliyah.
You want to make Aliyah.
You feel so good,
that
right?
Feels good.
It feels so good to you.
Kim, that's amazing.
Yeah. This time you participate with me and you relax.
I'm relaxed.
That's why we are such good Jewish women. Not only do we keep kosher, we want your men to relax.
You want our men to relax?
Yes. Now wait a minute before I move.
Okay,
I'm going to do a clippy on the toenail.
You can do clippy. Okay.
Yeah.
Before you do clippy, that's amazing, because it reminds me of my bris. You,
I know what bris is.
what's a bris?
Very different from brisket.
Very,
Okay?
very different from
Very
brisket,
different
yes.
from brisket because I study, because I'm going to go before bedtime. That means Rabbi asked me question, I have to answer question.
So on Passover, how are you supposed to prepare the bris?
Don't have to prepare bris, it's brisket.
I mean the brisket, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
you make mistake. I
I
don't
make
make mistake.
mistake.
I take everything out of my house. I take out the rice, even though I am not Sephardic. I take out the rice because, you know, the Ashkenazi Jew and the Sephardic Jew are different. The
Yes.
Sephardic Jew are like black Jews, you know, like Persian, and so they eat rice.
Now, what kind of Jew are you going to be?
I'm
Okay,
going to be Ashkenazi. I said, don't move.
I won't move.
Don't move.
Now, Kim, let me ask you. There are certain holidays they're going to want to make sure you know, like, for example, Tu B'Shvat. Do you know what Tu B'Shvat is?
No, Toh B'Shvat.
To B'Shvat.
Right.
What's To B'Shvat?
That's the holy day for toe.
Oh, To B'Shvat.
We do the toenail. Right.
Toh B'Shvat.
Right. Right, that's what we do.
So To B'Shvat, is that one of your favorite holidays?
It's one of my favorite holidays. You have no idea. You just do a pushy like that, and then everything is better. I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
God want you to relax, okay?
God, Hashem.
God want you, Hashem. I know God's name is Hashem,
Okay, I'm
okay? He
sorry.
have many names, okay?
He have many names.
He have many names.
He have many names.
Okay, hold right
Oh, okay,
there.
hold right there.
Hold right there.
Okay.
So you want to ask me a question about Bedin and about Passover, and I take everything and no more bread? How you feeling now?
How's your Torah study coming along?
My Torah study. You have no
Torah,
idea.
you love anything with Torah.
Anything with Torah is good for me. My Torah study is doing good. I want to tell you something else. Everything in my house is kosher. Even the cream. This cream right here is kosher and hypoallergenic.
Really? Okay, that's important because, you know, Jews have a lot of allergies.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you, this is very nice of you. Let me ask you another. Kim. How's your Hebrew going? How's your Hebrew?
My Hebrew
Do you know
coming
your
back.
alphabet?
I can do it, but I would be embarrassed right now to do it because
But I
how'd
think
that feel for
that
you?
feels really good, Kim. Thank you. I think that the folks would like to hear you do the alphabet because then
Well,
they
I cannot do that because that is against like God. I don't want to do Shema or anything like
Shema.
that.
You know
no.
the Shema,
I
though.
do know the Shema.
You wanna
okay?
say the Shema?
No,
No,
that
no.
would be disrespectful because
be-
I'm not going to cover my eye after doing your foot and then
Right.
say Shema.
You have to wash your hands.
I have to wash my hands.
Do you think there's a large demand in Israel for this kind of
Of
work?
course there is, because you have the real seesaw. You could go to the sea and then do a scrub, and just, it is beautiful. They should do it on the beach. All the Russians out there, they could go and make so much money. You have no idea.
Let's say if you meet with a if you meet with a rabbi, Kim, if you meet with a rabbi, the last time you met with a rabbi, the reason why he wouldn't sponsor you was because you tried to get to his feet. You tried to get his feet. Do you understand when you
No,
go
he was not listening to what I was saying. He was saying I was trying to find a Jewish husband, and
No,
that's
no.
why I want to convert.
You can't walk into a rabbi's office and then give them a manicure pedicure. You can't touch the rabbi.
I did not charge him.
It doesn't
okay?
matter that you
I
didn't
do
charge
for
him.
him for free.
It doesn't matter. You're not supposed to
Well,
touch the rabbi.
I want to tell you something, James. I hope that everything works out with the James and Sunda show, and I am happy to be here, and I have changed so many people's lives.
Okay.
So many people in Fort Lee, New Jersey, call me. They tell me, you are so good. You're a good Jew.
You're a
And
great
they
Jew.
want me back on the show.
Well,
Would you have me back again?
I wish you the very best, Kim. You know, everybody, please help her. We need a rabbi.
We need a rabbi,
we
somebody
need
to
someone
help
to
me
help
convert.
Her convert.
You're so funny.
Thank you,
The
Kim.
way he said convert.
Well,
He's not convert. He's Jew by choice. You're so crazy.
all right, well, listen, Kim, thank you for the help, and I'm going to do everything I can to help you. I want you to know that.
Thank
okay?
you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We're going to
Okay.
take a break. We'll be right back.
Email us your comments at jamesandsunda@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter @JamesandSunda.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. So everything's fine now.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
we're
fine.
We're good. We're
We
all
had
good.
some trouble early on.
because
we're
James
okay.
can't move. But that's okay.
Can I have the pencil back? It's just a crazy thing. I like holding the pencil.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Thank you very much. I feel so much better now. Well, I thought we're okay now. Why you still look angry?
Because
with
you
me?
don't like people touching your pencils. And
I don't mind. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, keep the pencil. See? It's fine. I'm okay with it. Do we got the antibacterial stuff? If you don't mind. Just real quick, because I don't. Did she lick it? Did her tongue hit it? I don't know. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, you ready?
We're live.
We're live. Okay, so we were on television this whole time? Oh my God. So last year,
Yes.
we talked a lot about how Jesus gets a lot of publicity, he gets a lot of press. Everyone's always wondering what would Jesus do? And then we channeled Moses to figure out what Moses would do for the Jews. What?
Moses would not be using antibacterial right now. You're rubbing your hands like you're greedy. It's greedy when he does that.
All right, fine, whatever. So what we realized though is Moses has really moved on to the new century,
Yeah.
to the new decade, and it's no longer what would Moses do, right?
Right.
Instead, people want to know what would Moses tweet. What would Moses tweet? And over the last year, here are some of Moses. And over the last year, here are some of Moses' tweets, his best tweets of the year.
Okay.
I'll read one first.
Go ahead.
What would Moses tweet? That's the name of the segment. Thank you. Oh yeah, please stop. Okay, over the last year, here are some of Moses' most popular tweets. Mazel tov, Beyonce.
Here's what Moses would tweet. Gonna split the Pacific Ocean in 10 minutes. LOL. Gonna split the Pacific Ocean in 10 minutes. LOL.
That's what Moses would tweet. He's got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Here's another Moses tweet. Just thought of another 10. Get ready for more.
Here's what Moses would tweet. Let my Tebow go.
You see, it was not let my Tebow go. It was let my people Tebow.
I thought mine was funnier. And it was.
I don't know about that. Okay, just met Steve Jobs for the first time.
Whoa.
No? Why is that edgy? The guy's
Too
dead.
soon, too
So
soon.
what? To say he's dead?
You
That's
gotta wait
all
for
that
his yard
says.
site. Keep going.
All right, new plague, Bieber fever.
Moses is tweeting right now, watching James and Sunda, and I've seen this episode 300 times.
All right, here's another one. Been 8 months, still waiting to meet Amy Winehouse. The dead ones are not working. I don't understand why they're dead. Jobs and Winehouse are dead. Why is it offensive?
Because you have to give them a year.
Well,
All right.
There's more.
Anyway, just saw the girl with the dragon tattoo, and she won't be buried in a Jewish cemetery. You made me write that.
John wrote that one.
Is that true? John.
All right, here's another one. When is Tebow going to realize I'm his fan? Meaning it's not Jesus, it's Moses doing it. No.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? These
All right, there
tweets
you
are really
go.
interesting.
You left this one out. Don't miss this one.
Okay.
Do that one. It's great.
Moses tweet, left my staff at Starbucks. Again, frowny face.
Wow, that was just a remarkable comedy. I don't know in the history of comedy if anything has ever been done like that. What would Moses tweet? If you're still awake at home, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're not, but if you are still awake at home.
This was your idea, James. You said, let's stop. We're going to start you're just going to start tweeting about
I'm trying
Moses.
to bring the show into the new century.
Well, dude, stick with the rotary phone jokes, all right? Because I don't know.
That drove her crazy that in the child letter it said a rotary phone.
Because
I was trying to give them something you're very familiar with, so like a reference
I'm
that
familiar with.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with hitting zero, getting an operator. You can't do that.
There are no more operators.
There's no more operators.
Yeah.
No, there's no more
Damn
operators.
shame. Can we go back to the other thing though? That you're busy and always getting upset when I ask you if you've done something.
You see what a nudge you are?
Can we
He's
go
a
back to that
nudge.
for a
That's what
minute?
it should be called, the nudge moment. Because I have to tell you
The
something.
Nudge and Sunda show.
No, it is, because he's a nudge. First of all, he says, I'll see you at 8 o'clock. He gets there at 10 minutes to 8 every time.
I'm the nudge. What would your brother say?
Oh, I'm a nitpicker.
She's a nitpicker. Okay. I'm a nudge and she's a nitpicker.
When he gets really mad, like he's real, like, you know, in your face kind of thing, he's like, you ain't nothing but a nitpicker. But it's
I'm
better
a
than a
nudge.
cotton picker.
Well, that's the problem we have. See, Sunda never has any time, and I'm always arriving early.
Right, for what? To watch me and stress me. When I
And
need a few minutes.
so
Oh, a girl needs a few minutes.
Sunda will say to meet her at 8 o'clock. I'll get there at 8:05, and she'll say, "Why are you early?"
No, James, that's not true. That's not true. You're outside the door. He's outside the friggin' door. That's what kills me. And then I hear him. He's just standing there, and the kids get all excited. Nobody gets done. Nobody gets ready. It's Uncle J-Bo, and I'm not done.
Well, you guys all know her. I mean, what's she like with the time?
On time.
Is she on time?
Yeah.
Jennifer, you're laughing. What's so funny? Ray, is she on time?
She was late last week.
She was late last week. Well, there you go.
Well, nobody has to know, because I don't know if I'm going to go on with this pregnancy. Anyway,
Ooh, wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow, it's a religious network.
It's a religious network.
Oh,
Look,
my
it's not my
God.
fault. It was a bad batch of pills.
I think we just got canceled again.
We're canceled. That was really bad.
Again.
I know. That was bad.
You want to
What do
edit
I
that
do
out?
now? What do
See,
I do?
she always makes these jokes. We've
Oh
talked
my
about this. She always
God.
makes these dirty jokes, these edgy jokes, and then she begs them not to air it. Please don't put that on. She's had to call people and said, I saw the video you put on. Please take that off. Beat me, take me out. You always do this.
Okay, and you do nothing.
I know to keep
Because you're
it
working on
clean.
your dissertation.
I am. I'm working on a dissertation. And when I get my dissertation,
I've got things to do.
when I get my dissertation,
Football is on. The football is on. I'm
Yes.
watching football.
my dissertation
You
is.
can't even hold a football, all right?
No, I
He
can't.
can't. He drops the remote control.
All right, I am working on my dissertation, but one thing I know is when I get it, I'm not going to tell my mother. She'll say, what else?
And you know what you should do? Send her a check. Why don't
For
you help
what?
your mother out? For being your mother.
All right, this is the end of the show.
You better believe it.
This is the end of the show. No, forever. I think this is the end. This is the end of the show.
I don't feel funny at all right now.
Really.
Mazel tov Beyonce. I'm not very happy about what she did in the hospital, so don't get me
Mazel
started.
tov Beyonce.
all right?
Tell them about that. This
I'll
is a
tell
true
you what
story.
happened.
She's very
This is a true
upset
story
about this.
about
Can we
this.
just do this real quick, this Beyonce
I
thing?
mean, I just want to say this. I mean, like, Mazel tov Beyonce. I know you're hiding the baby. We all know that. No, nobody has seen the picture of the baby. I'm not interested. I've had kids. But you can't block off a hospital and not let other people see their children and have security and bulletproof windows.
When
I'm thinking a
Beyonce-
gangbang session's going on. I don't know what's going on.
And neither do the people at home because you left out a whole part.
What's the part?
What happened was when Beyonce was having her baby, she hired all this security and they shut down the hospital so people couldn't get in. So other people who were having babies couldn't be there
That's not
for when
fair.
their babies were being born.
And,
And that is why Sunda's upset. But yet
Yeah.
Moses is fine with it. He said Mazel Tov Beyonce.
why? Why Mazel tov? You
No,
know
that was
why?
a terrible
Because
story.
one of those tablets is bulletproof, so he could go visit.
He got in.
It's crazy. I never heard such a mess in my life. I mean, did Barbara,
embarrassing.
listen, did Barbara Streisand have to have bulletproof windows and security guards? And
It's a different time.
it's a different time.
It's a different time.
And Aretha Franklin, did she have to do that? No, nobody had to do that. I'm just saying you can't prevent other people from seeing their kids. I would have been pissed off and I would have been up in their face and I would have been in trouble.
She's
Because
not
that's
wrong.
it. I'm not wrong.
Okay,
You
well-
saw me when I had my kid. You know what he said to me after I had my baby? He goes, I thought you had the baby. Isn't that horrible?
If
Not
you-
a woman in here laughed at that.
If you had seen her, you would have said the same thing. Okay?
It was shocking.
It was shocking when
Right.
you had the baby.
It was.
Okay, but you're gonna have this next one when?
You're not funny
I'm
because
not funny, no.
oh my God. Can
All
you
right, we gotta
imagine?
go. The show's over. It's been over for a few minutes. It's been over for about a half hour, to tell you the truth.
All right, so let's just go.
The show's been over for about a half
But
hour.
how do you put out a bad batch of birth control pills?
What happened with that?
It's on the news. It's everywhere.
I don't follow birth control. It's not in my Google alerts.
Well, it needs to be, honey.
What?
Okay, because
Honey?
your girlfriend is on them, so you need to know
Is
that.
she?
Yes.
I didn't even know I had a girlfriend.
Well,
much
all
less did
right.
I know she was on birth
All
control
right,
pills.
all right. Your ex, the one your side draws. Okay. All I'm
Side
saying
draws.
that your international friend.
I wish I had draws, side draws.
Okay, but you need to know it's a bad batch.
Okay.
Out.
Thank you for warning me.
Man.
Oh, that's it. We gotta go. I'm sorry. I lost my. See, I just told her I liked her again because she was really funny, and then she hits me.
I didn't hit her
She's
with
very
the-
violent.
I'm not.
Tune in next week. Let's see if I'm bruised.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Good night.